What's going on? We got Big Will in the house. I say Big Will in the house. Watch your mouth. We got Jonathan Santiago in the building. We got MVM in the building. We got Tron in the building. What's going on, guys? Let's go. We in that second quadrant. The second quadrant. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get the likes out, fellas. YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And today's live is going to be on my 5 starts of the week, and they sneaky. You know, I'm not going to go to the consensus. I can easily almost have a 90% hit rate, just going to the top guys. But I like to get to guys that every week we were like, oh, should I play this guy? I don't know. I think I should. I'm going to give you confirmation today. I'm going to give you confirmation today. I'm going to tell you to start these 5 guys. And actually, the 5th guy is actually, it's not a guy, it's a DST. I got a couple DSTs for you. What's up, Dean James Talley? I see you, RG. Said, what's goody? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Luis Mendez in the building. What's up, Luis? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate everybody being here. The channel, guys, is growing. It's awesome. Frizz in the building. Love you guys. Love you guys. Love what I'm doing. That's all I got to say about that, guys. I appreciate y'all coming here every day. But we about to win some championships. Father of 3. What's up, bruh? King of Nike. Charlene. I see you, Charlene. All right, let me get to these to these 5 guys. That way I can get to everybody question. We're gonna be out here for a little bit. So let me go ahead and let me start off with the quarterback, my start of the week. Now he does have like some type of injury destination on his name, but I think he's fine. It's gonna be Jackson Dart. Yes, Jackson Dart going against the Saints. I know you're like, what, Jackson Dart? Yes, let me tell you that rushing upside. This is right here. You know what this is? Do y'all remember when Joe Flacco was the starting quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, right? He had won a Super Bowl, and then after that Super Bowl, he kind of had 500 seasons. And then we see some quarterback that he won the Heisman off running the ball like a Tim Tebow. He's coming in to start this week. What are we going to do? He can't throw. He's not ready. I don't want him. This is the same, to me, it feels the same as Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, guys, he is him because of his mentality. Like his running ability is what's going to help him be a good fantasy football quarterback. If he was just a pocket guy like a JJ McCarthy, which JJ can run, but JJ is not Jackson Dart, it's hard for these guys to learn. You remember Peyton Manning rookie season? It was just straight throws, and he had like 20 picks. It takes time for pocket passing quarterbacks, but running quarterbacks, they got a boost because the defense don't know what you're gonna do. So when you're running the ball as a quarterback, it takes it back to backyard football, and the whole defense integrity is on the line. He might come up the middle. Just the coach told him to throw it over here. He didn't do that. He just ran up the middle. There wasn't nobody ready for it. So sometimes that spontaneous as a rookie helps you play really, really well. And Lamar played really, really well as a rookie. So I think Jackson Dart is going to play well. One thing about Brian Daboll, we see it this year when he struggled with Daniel Jones. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on. Daniel Jones had a one good season. But I like the way he designed that game for Jackson Dart. He just gave him one read and take off. And I think it's going to happen again. So I'm playing Jackson Dart for the rushing upside. Now, I'm not telling y'all to sit none of your studs to go to get the Jackson Dart, but I'm telling you that Jackson Dart is going to have a nice floor, and I'd rather play him than to play somebody like a Bryce Young. I know Bryce Young has a nice matchup, but I'm probably going to play Jackson Dart. That's just me. That's just me. What's up, B Growing? I see you perfects the professor. What's up, bruh? Okay. So Jackson Dart, guys, my quarterback starter of the week. My running back starter of the week is going to be Woody Marks. Yes, Woody Marks. And listen, guys, Woody Marks is not going to get 100% of the carries. And I do believe that Nick Chubb will get some green zone. So, I usually don't play any running back that he's not going to get green zone or he don't have a true role to the green zone. But in this case, Woody's outplayed Nick Chubb. He's playing good. You have to reward him as a coach to show the team we not just picking people. I'm not a picker of men. I'm a picker of who's playing well. That's what the coach got to always let the guys know in the NFL. You got to pick guys. You got to put the guys in the game that is playing well. If you only rewarding people that you like because you drafted them, the team will shut down on you. The team will shut down on you. So he has to play Woody Marks, and I believe Woody Marks will get a green zone touch. And if he outplays Nick Chubb this week, I think it's going to bring Nick Chubb value in targets and carries down each week. Because they're like, oh, look, we can trust him, and he's getting better. He knows how to pick up the backside blitz, and he's learning the plays and all this. Just takes a little bit of time. But I'm playing Woody Marks this week, and he's going against the Baltimore Ravens with no Roquan. The only player that I got that I trust out there is Kyle Hamilton. The rest of the guys are nicked up. So I think this defense is giving it up behind the dumpster. Everybody's coming behind it. It's a line standing out behind the dumpster, and they all taking turns on the Baltimore Ravens. So, hey, come on out there and get you some. Come on out there and get you some. That's what's going on. So I love Woody Marks this week, guys. I'm playing him against the Ravens. You should be starting him, at least as a flex. All right, going on to my wide receiver starter of the week. It's going to be Jameson Williams. Yes, guys, Jameson Williams. And he's going against the Bears. And let me tell you something about Jameson Williams. The example that I'm going to tell you, do y'all remember DK Metcalf? Guys, let's get the likes up. We got 50 people in here, and we only got 12 likes. Actually, we got 60 people in here, and we only got 12 likes. But do y'all remember DK Metcalf last week? Let me ask you a question. Who started DK Metcalf, and tell me why you started him? Because I didn't start him. It wasn't no reason that I started him. You know why I started him? Because I'm dancing with the girl that I came to the party with. I know what DK is. I've been playing DK for years. And he's going to have boom games every 2 or 3 weeks. He'll boom. 2 or 3 weeks, boom. And I like that over a guy like Courtland Sutton who's 10, 8, 15, 15. No, what 40 point, 50 point. 30 point, 40 points. That's what I want. That's what's going to help me win the week. 15 point. 10 punt ain't gonna let me win no week. That's just safe. You out here scared money don't make no money. So that's the same reason why I'm gonna keep playing Jameson. If you get into where TD he had 1.5 per target, it's gonna go over your head. You analytics. No, you know what this guy is. What did Jared Goff say after the game? Oh, he had a drop. We're not worried about that. Jameson, one of the best wide receivers in the league. See, it's simple. It's Occam Razor. All this breaking down yards per target, that is good. It is confirmation. But sometimes you can get in your own way because you need some type of stat to say he gonna have 80 yards, and it ain't gonna happen that way. Just like, did you have somebody tell you to invest in Google? Did you have somebody tell you to invest in Bitcoin? No, you had to make the decision on your own. So that's the same thing with Jameson. I'm just gonna play him every single week, just like I got the stock market. I'm investing in my stocks every month, and however the chips fall, they fall. However the chips fall, they fall. But guess what? If it go up, I'm in there. If it go down, hey, I'm gonna spend the money at the store anyway. Shit, I'm gonna go to the store, buy me some potato chips, salt and vinegar. Might go buy a 12-pack, hang out with my boys, have a good time. So I'm gonna blow the money anyway. But if it takes off, I'm gonna change my lifestyle. If DK booms or Jameson Williams boom, I'm winning that week. So the risk worth the reward. You get it. It's simple. You just play these guys. Him giving you 7, 8 points is not going to kill you. If one player gives you 8 points on your squad and you lose, your team is garbage anyway. Your team or is just a bad week. So Jameson Williams, guys, I'm starting him every single week on the teams that I got him, as long as he's healthy and I ain't heard nothing crazy. Now, we couldn't reassess. If I heard Jared Goff say, listen, we're not throwing him the ball, or Dan Campbell comes out and say Jameson is struggling, he got in trouble for gambling again, that's when I'm going to get off of him. But I'm not getting off of no Jameson just because he hasn't had a boom week in 2 weeks. Because I wouldn't have had the DK. So that's my science to that. You know how I am. It's called bingo card, play your studs, and the chips gonna fall where they supposed to fall. Okay. Yes, and he does play the Bengals, Big Will. Yes, sir. Let's get the likes up, fellas. We got 80 people in the building. We got 80 people in the building. We need at least 60 likes. Let's get the likes up. I'm giving y'all the gas. I will get to everybody question. If you knew, I get to everybody question, but I got to go through the content first. Because I got people that's going to stream this, and they don't want to be listening for questions for 30 minutes before I get into the juice. Okay. So tight end, my tight end starter of the week is going to be Mason Taylor from the Jets, and he's playing against the Cowboys. And listen, guys, if you look at the last 2 weeks for Mason Taylor, somebody playing music, which is kind of, okay, hopefully they give it the lead. But yes, guys, Mason Taylor probably had like 14 targets the last 2 weeks. If I'm not mistaken, I looked at it earlier. I think it was 14 or 14 targets. So with Justin Fields just coming back, getting healthy off the concussion, which he's volatile. I'm not really big about Justin Fields, but I just want to see if he can be consistent at something. I see a little bit of an algorithm targeting Mason Taylor. We saw Mason Taylor in college. He's a good tight end prospect. So if you're looking for a tight end to stream, it's a lot of injuries out here, guys. There's a lot of things going out here in the streets. It's rough out here in the streets. Go get a Mason Taylor. You can play Mason Taylor. I love the tight end position. The reason why I like the tight end position, you can stream, you can get cute sometimes. Hey, I'm gonna play Likely, and I did it. I played Likely in one league and won the championship, and I played him every week. And he might have averaged like 6 or 7 points, but he gave me that 20-point, 30-point week one week. I'm okay with it. It's the tight end spot. It's only a few guys out there that's really balling. So you can try to find sleepers at the tight end spot. Okay. Yeah, pause. Pause the professor. Pause. All right. The DST streamers of the week, and you can call them streamers, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to get obvious defenses, but the Rams going against the 49ers. The Rams is a good defense. The 49ers Pearsall is already out. We don't know if Jawan Jennings. The only thing they got is CMC. I don't think Brock Purdy's playing. I think Matt Jones may play. And if Matt Jones, he had a little bit of an injury. So I think the Rams has a great chance to hold this team to 14 points. Usually I don't like to pick teams against the 49ers, but in this case I will. All right, and the next is the Chiefs. They look good. Then listen, you might say, well, it was just the Baltimore Ravens. Well, listen, they still got Derrick Henry. They still got Lamar. They still got Zay Flowers. They still got really good talent over there. So I like the Chiefs going against the Jags, who Trevor Lawrence is throwing hospital balls. That's the reason why this team is struggling, but they win. And the coach is really, really good. He's drawing up good plays. The run game is working, but we're not seeing Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas Jr. eat because Trevor doesn't know how to target his elite wide receivers, and that's a skill set. That's why I love Shadir Sanders. He has that skill set. Like certain guys, like Joe Burrow, we saw that in college. Like every time Jamar Chase was running down the field, he going at him. But Trevor's sitting around. I don't know what the hell he's waiting on. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Listen, I could be wrong. Maybe something Trevor like, listen, bro, it's the coaching, and I could be wrong. But I just don't like the way it looks there. So I'm okay with streaming the Chiefs if they out there on your waivers. They shouldn't be, but they could be. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get to the questions. Let's get to the questions. Let's get the likes up. We got 94 people in the chat. You got 94 people. Let's get the likes up. At least to 60. Okay, Big Will. What's up, bruh? 100. He said, Big Will says, what up, TD? I'm also 4-0 and about to be 5-0. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, because my opponent has most of his starters on the bye. Sometimes, look, man. Sometimes it's opportunity and preparation meets together. You got a good team, you playing, but guess what? The situation, the opportunity is he ain't got no starters. So, bro, take it how you get it, right? Take it how you get it. Jonathan Santiago says, what up? 4-0, thinking of packaging Pickens and Mason. Who should I aim for? 0-4. Guy in the league has Evans, Worthy, or A-Chain. Think I can snag any of them? I would try to go get A-Chain. And give him Pickens and Mason to go get A-Chain. Consolidate that way. Yes, I will go after A-Chain. Big Will says, thanks, bro, for everything you do so far. Yes, sir, bro. Thank you. I do this for y'all. Y'all are paying me to give you service, right? Pause, right? So I'm here for y'all. Even though you might think you here for me, vice versa, or whatever, whatever. But yes, guys, appreciate you, brother, anytime. MVM says, TD, who should I start? Strange or Fanning? I'm going with Strange over Fanning. Strange is been getting safe amount of targets every single week. Fanning Jr., we liked him early. He was like the new girl in school, but we found out that her breath stink. She bad, she fine, but you get close to her breath stinks. It's not as now she gonna brush her teeth. It don't mean that we're not gonna talk to her and go out and date her. But right now she's not what we thought she was. So I'm going with the safe chick. She thick. She over there in the corner. She cute. I'm going with Strange. He's been safe the last 2 weeks. He's got double-digit points the last 2 weeks. Also, please pick one from Rashad White, Woody, and Mason. In full PPR, I'm going with Rashad White, then Woody, then Mason. In full PPR, I'm going with Rashad White, then Woody, then Mason. In half-point PPR or standard, I'm going with Woody, then Rashad White, then Mason. Mason, I traded him a couple weeks ago. I just didn't want. I'm not saying he can't play. He can't be good on a weekly basis, but he don't have the upside, especially on this team, who I just don't really want to deal with the Minnesota Vikings right now. It just don't look good over there. From Justin Jefferson to Mason to anybody over there. Tron says, what up, TD? Cutting edge content. Yes, sir, bro. MVM says, yo, bud, should I drop Ayamana or T. Franklin for Sean Tucker? No. Listen, let me tell you something. If you're trying to stash that running back in case something happens to Rashad White, because it could, or Sean Tucker's going to get a couple green zone touches, which I think he can. Out of those two, I don't think neither one of them dropped, but I would drop Troy Franklin. But let me tell you why. The Tennessee Titans is a growing team. I don't like dropping guys that are growing into situations. So if any team that I had Woody Marks, I never was going to drop him because he was a growing guy inside of his role. We knew that he could beat out the guys that was in front of him. Same thing with A.O. Manor. He can beat out Calvin Ridley. He hasn't performed. Troy Franklin got to go through Marvin Mims. He got to go through Courtland Sutton. There's some more guys that he got to overcome to get a nice target share. A.O. Manor doesn't. And I think Cam Ward and A.O. Manor is only going to get better as the quadrants go through. So I would drop Franklin and keep A.O. Manor because I believe that he's going to evolve. Now, listen, if you ain't going to never be able to start a wide receiver, then it could be any of those guys. Because if A.O. Manor is going to be able to break your lineup, you got some studs in there, then there's no need to keep A.O. Manor because if you keep him, and then Sean Tucker evolves, and then A.O. Manor getting a couple more targets, you still can't put him in your lineup. So you got to think about your team for the future. Is A.O. Manor going to be able to break your lineup with the guys that you got? Don't have people on your team that you don't see no path for them to break it. You just want to hold them on there for weeks after weeks after weeks. If you hold them for a little bit and then try to trade them. MVM. He says, yo, bud, should I? Okay, we did that one already. RG in the building. He said, what's goody? Dean James Talley said, what's up, TD? Father 3 says, what up, bro? Pick up Tongue, Strange, or Theo Johnson. I'm going with Strange with the backup quarterback going on in San Francisco. So I'm going to go with Strange over Tongues. But Tongues is fine, too. Theo Johnson got the little shovel pass, but I can't rely on any passing targets like that with Jackson Dart. If I needed to play him, I would. But if I don't need to, and I got to pick, I'm probably not going to go with Jackson Dart's tight end. I'm probably going to go with Strange, who's we've seen the last 2 weeks out of a quadrant. Out of a quadrant, he had 2 good weeks, which is good. King of Nike says, what's good, brother? What's good? Charlene says, I got DeMarcado. Benson went to IR. Yes. DeMarcado, guys, he's not going to get a full workload. Him and Michael Carter's going to split it, but I'd rather play him than some of these wide receivers who ain't getting no targets or they getting targets that's not consistent. So I like DeMarcado this week. I didn't have him as a start of the week, but I still like him as a start with the matchup. Ian says, should I trade my Mason for Ladd or Waddle? I would say Waddle. Now, he's volatile, but Ladd is too many mouths to feed. We need Keenan Allen to go down or something or whatever. But Waddle, yeah, he should be getting at least 4 more targets a game. But he could go down, and you know how he always leaving the game, his shoulder, his arm, his foot, something. So be careful with that. Maxim says, what's your, okay, we're not doing that one. But the professor says, cutting edge content. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Father 3 says, Democado might be fool's gold. Makes me nervous. Well, listen, this is what I'm going to say, Father 3. That's like, bruh, me and you say, hey, TD, man, come by the crib. I said, all right, I got a friend with me, a female. You like, yeah, bring her by. And I bring her by, and I'm like, hey, man, she makes me nervous. You like, bro, when did you meet her? I just met her yesterday, and I think she might be trying to fall in love with me. Bruh, take her behind the dumpster and do what you got to do and keep it moving. It ain't nothing. So this is Democado. He should not be making you nervous. You just going to put him in just to try to see what you can get. Right? This ain't the guy that you're going to have for the rest of the season. Oh, my God, this is my guy. This is my RB1. This is just a rental player. This is a rental. This is a... What's the website, guys? And I see the super chat. I'm gonna get to the super chat. What's the website where did you go? Tinder. Democado is like a Tinder date, bruh. This is not nothing. You just rent them for situational football. But I get it. If you don't need to start them, you don't start them. But if you do, just know that he give you 8-9 points. It's okay. It's okay. Have the mindset already what he is. See, super chat. Okay, yeah. Oh, messages. There we go. Okay, it ain't gonna come up like that. Okay. Super chat from Bo. What stocks do you have? Which stocks do you have? Okay. I got Bitcoin. And it's a lot of it's not like I got some portfolios where I'm invested into a bunch of stuff like Nvidia, the technology. So it's a portfolio. I forgot what they call them. It's not just one stock. It's a whole platform of them. I'm into that, a lot of technology stuff, because that's going to boom. Right? This is like computers for our parents. Computers. So it's the same thing for that. But I do Bitcoin. I'm into Ethereum, and I'm staking Ethereum, and I'm also into Mana, which is spending money for virtual reality. So that's a little nugget for y'all. I'm into virtual reality. It's coming. Everybody gonna want to do virtual reality through the games. When you go out and have a good time with your friend, you want to put the virtual reality and play golf. For virtual reality is about to boom. So I'm into virtual reality, which is Mana. Appreciate you, Bo. Bo knows. Index funds. There you go, Christopher. Buy gold and silver too, conscious tells me. Okay. Guys, y'all are very intelligent. No, I'm not capping. Y'all know y'all stuff. Let's see here. B Growing says drop Evan Ingram for Michael Carter or Democado. Who's the pickup for Benson? Democado. I would drop Ingram and pick up Democado, B Growing. Charlene said there is also Michael Carter too. Facts. Big facts. Tron said someone dropped Rashad White on Friday. Okay. Don't think many noticed. Not even the Bucky owner. Got him off waivers, and now Bucky is likely out with bye weeks and injuries playing him in the flex. Come on, Tron. Come on, Tron. I see you, bruh. Hey, you killing it. Cutting edge content right there. That's cutting edge content. Got another super chat in the building From Frizz, he said stash Michael Carter or Bashard Smith. I'm going to say Bashard Smith because Michael Carter is limited. Trey Benson is not out for the whole season. But Bashard Smith, we know what Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt is a 45. No, I'm not going to do that comparison. Kareem Hunt, it's over for him. You know, he had a good career. He made good money. He made over $20 million easily. I think he made more than that. But he didn't made 20. He didn't got his money. He could have got more money if that situation wouldn't happen. But it's neither here nor there. And we're not worried about no Isaiah Pacheco. When I told all of you to fade, I don't hear none of you talk about that. Can I get a pat on the back? Because it's time that the quadrant went through. Can I get a pat on the back? Now, it's a couple players that haven't been booming correctly. Like I got Jamison Williams. Amon-Ra St. Brown was not a fade. Now, let's see what happens. But Amon-Ra was not a fade. Amon-Ra is mad at me. This is one of my favorite players, and I said I'm not drafting him for the game flow, not because of his talent. So we're not worried about Isaiah Pacheco, and we're not worried about Kareem Hunt. But Bashard Smith has a role that he can pick up, which is like a Jared McKinnon role, which is very, very lethal in that Kansas City offense. Xavier Worthy already does a little bit of that, but they need a pure running back who can run the ball between the tackles. Xavier Worthy can't run the ball between the tackles. So I would say stash Bashard Smith. Appreciate the super chat, Frizz. Yes, sir. I heard that too, Elisa. She says, bruh, I heard that Carter the starter in Arizona. Yes, and I seen people picking up Michael Carter. So guys, right now, because I've been seeing it, I've been getting notifications. Go stash Michael Carter if you already got Imadam Mercado, just to make sure that you got the right bingo card. We don't know what's going to happen. I still think you can play Imadam Mercado in the flex. And I think he still can give you a nice little floor catching passes. But we want to be safe and we want to back up. And I think it's okay to go get an insurance plan if you can off the waiver wire, right? You're not going to get no expensive insurance plan. You're going to get something that's cheap off the waivers. I think so too, Conscious. I agree. Conscious Machine said, I think he's just a guy. All right, let me go back up. Wait, what says, are you against the tush push? No, I'm not. And let me tell you why. I've not been treated like this in my life. Sometimes people are real jealous and they haters. And when you the first one to do something and it's working for you, nah, you can't do that. Nah, that's cheating. And that's not cheating. Y'all had never said that you couldn't do that. Now when they start doing it and they successful with it, you want to take it away? That's why the NFL didn't take it away, because they don't want to play Bush League football. So I'm not against it. Is it a hard play to stop? Yes. But I don't think it's taking over the game. I don't see any other teams can really do it as well as Philly. So I think it's cheating for them to take the tush push away. That's just my 2 cents. Big Will says, I stole Rachaad White off the waivers too. Good job, Big Will. Marvin Nader Hub says, what do you think about getting Jamar Chase for Rashee Rice and Marvin Harrison Jr.? No, we're not trading no Rashee Rice and no Marvin Harrison Jr. to go get no Jamar Chase. We're not doing that. You know. Now listen, if you already undefeated and you in a 10-team or 8-team league and you don't need Rashee Rice or Marvin Harrison, then do it. But you got to be undefeated with 1 loss. And when you make that move, we're not going to talk about Marvin Harrison Jr. no more, and we're not going to talk about Rashee Rice no more. We're going to be done with him. That's like spinning the block with a relationship. You leave a relationship, get with another girl, and it don't go the way you want it to. Now you start talking about your ex. Ain't nobody want to hear that shit. You should have stayed with your ex. So if you make that move, then you shouldn't talk about Rashee Rice or Marvin Harrison, whatever they do. I would tell you not to do the move because I think Rashee Rice is going to be really good. Marvin Harrison is coming into his own. You have to look at the season as people growing. Everybody ain't what they are each week. Some guys are going to be a lot better later in the season in a different quadrant. He says, I have Justin Jefferson and Brian Thomas Jr. Okay, so you got Justin Jefferson and Brian Thomas Jr. You definitely don't want no Jamar Chase. You need somebody to help weather the storm. And 2, Justin Jefferson gets consistent targets. It ain't consistent yet. You might think it is because he had one good week. It ain't consistent yet. Also, Brian Thomas Jr., you need somebody to help weather the storm until he get going. So you already got those type of players. Just be cool with Rashee Rice and Marvin Harrison Jr. Got another super chat for Mr. G himself. Appreciate you, Mr. G. He says, who to add? Sean Tucker from Tampa Bay, Rico Dowdle with Chuba hurt, or Kendre Miller from the Saints? Okay, the quickest to start with already with what's happening, I think it's Rico Dowdle. Chuba was hurt last week. He didn't get that many carries. The game got out of hand. So I'm gonna go with Rico Dowdle. Sean Tucker is the backup to Rashad White. He's gonna get carries, but he got somebody in front of him. Kendre Miller got Alvin Kamara in front of him. So we're gonna have to wait for some type of spot touchdown, not with Rico Dowdle. So you get Rico Dowdle and Chuba is active, then you can make another decision, and you might be able to go get a Kendre Miller or a Sean Tucker. But I think you got to go get to Rico Dowdle first, because if Chuba's out, Rico getting the full workload. None of these other guys is gonna get the full workload. Appreciate you, Mr. G. Appreciate you, Mr. G. Let's get the likes up, fellas. We got 80 people in the chat. We only got 48 likes. Let's get the likes up to 60. Justin Udell says, what up, TD? Great content and info, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Big Will says, J-Mo plays the Bengals. Yes. And they giving it up behind the dumpster. Juan Marino says, what's up, bro? Should I trade Knicks for Keenan Allen? I already have, listen, I like what you're saying, but I think you could get a better player than Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is just a veteran player and just playing great. Go get somebody that you really can rely on from week to week, and you can rely on their health. I like what you're talking about. You might have to wait one more week to do it too, but go flip Knicks and go get you a stud. Try to aim a little bit higher than Keenan Allen. I think he can do it. It's a lot of injuries this week. Jay, what's up, Jay? Jay says, how are we feeling about CMC? Every 49er is down right now, and he's the only real option left. Not trying to put no bad mojo in the air, but I could really sell him really high right now. He might not even play Thursday. So they're gonna take everybody out? That's interesting. Listen, trade him. Make sure you don't get no chopped liver. Get you some Kobe beef, some of that $100 steak for 8 ounces of it. Go on and get you something nice for CMC. I haven't done the video for trade targets yet. I want to do the stars and sets, but put that question in the comment section, and I'll tell you some guys that you can go for CMC, because you can get something nice for them. Yeah, that's a nice move, Juan, with getting ready to try to trade Knicks for Keenan Allen. That's a nice move. Bronson says trade McBride. That's crazy. It sounds like Trey McBride, but trade McBride, Kupp, and DJ Moore for Njigba. Yes, because I know you already got another good tight end that you really to stream or whatever. Kupp is older. DJ Moore is gonna get traded eventually, but he's not playing well in that role that he's with in Chicago. So yeah, go get Njigba. I like that consolidation. Conscious in the building. CK says, I need a backup quarterback and was offered my Charbonnet for Love. I need a backup quarterback and was offered my Charbonnet for Love. So you going to get Love because you said you need a quarterback. I don't think you need a backup quarterback, CK. This is what I'm going to tell you to do. Wait till your bye week and go stream somebody. Man, listen. What did your dad tell you when you got upset about a girl that didn't want to date you? Man, there's so many fish out there in the sea. Don't never get up. What your dad tell you? Don't get upset about no woman. Now, listen, we understand if you got a wife or whatever, it's gonna hurt a little bit. But there's so many women out here for you to act like the world is over, and the same thing vice versa for women and men. This man broke up with me. It's a lot of men out here. It's a lot of women out here. It's a lot of quarterbacks out there on the waivers. We're not gonna try to stash no. That's desperation. You trying? Oh my God! Please don't leave me. I need to have a backup plan. No, that's desperation. You need to leave that roster spot open to stash your RB. We're not stashing quarterbacks over here in a single quarterback league. Now, if you in super flex, I would say hell yeah, go get you one quick. But you in single quarterback league, according to the comment, because I didn't see anything about super flex. Father 3 says, just don't be the last one in line behind the dumpster. Hey, some people okay with that, bruh. I'm not either. I'm not okay with that. But some people okay with that. I don't never want to be last. I don't never want to be last. I don't. Remember, I always tell y'all, we don't want no sloppy seconds over here. We don't ain't get no sloppy seconds. That's my draft strategy. No sloppy seconds. We want elite players. Let me see. I think we got another super chat in the building. Let me see. From Huz. What's going on, Huz? Huz says, rest of the singles rankings. JJ, Nico, Rome, Rice, Ted, Brian, Thomas Jr., Juck, and C. Brown. Bruh, get your money worth. I'm about to break this down. I love this question. So the first guy is going to be Juckins. Second is going to be Rome. Third is going to be Rice. Fourth is going to be JJ. Third is going to be Nico. Fourth is going to be Nico, and fifth is going to be Ted, then Brian Thomas Jr. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then Chase Brown. So let me write this down so that way I can give it to you and don't have to think. So number 1 is Juckins. Juckins. Number 2 is gonna be Rome. Number 3 is gonna be Rice. Number 4 is gonna be JJ. Number 5 is gonna be Ted. And number 6 is gonna be C. Brown. Yes, sir. Appreciate the super chat, Huz. Okay, let's see. Let's find out where I was at, guys. Okay. Dennis Rodriguez, what's going on, Dennis? Glad to see you here. Glad to see you here, Dennis. Dennis said, what's up? All of you are amazing and beautiful people. Thank you, Dennis. Appreciate that energy. Conscious says K is my last name. Okay. CK says Waller a start this week. Yes, Waller is a start this week. If you need to stream a tight end, yes, he's a start. I would start him. Now, it depends on who you got, but you don't start him over nobody that's been playing really, really well for you. Like, if you start him over Brenton Strange, you got to be ready to go down with it. Brenton Strange has been double-digit points the last 2 to 3 weeks. So if you start him over him, you got to be ready for that. I don't think it's a bad move if you did it, but I don't want you to be upset that you didn't make the wrong play. We don't do that here. When we make a decision, if it makes sense and you're trying to reach for upside, we're not gonna wait till Monday and be mad. We don't do that here. Leo says Ali Gordon or Kyle Managai. This is tomato. I think it's the same type of stash, but I'm gonna go with Ali Gordon. CK says picked up the Rams. No JJ, no Purdy, no Ricky. Right. Conscious machine, if this is TD, young fella is 2 point. Conscious says, I have Pearsall out. Do I grab DeMarcus or Bourne to play over Franklin or Fannin on my bench? No, I would play Franklin over all those guys. I would play Franklin over all those guys. Big Will says, people hate on CMC because Sanfran isn't running the ball well. But yet CMC is the top wide receiver on the team and averaging 20 fantasy points a game. Boom is boom regardless of how he gets it. Bruh, I'd have super chat you. I ain't playing. I ain't capping. I'd have super chat you, Big Will. That you preaching today. You preaching. Look. I think Conscious said the same thing. Big Will in the house. CK says CMC would be wide receiver 9, I think. Right. Conscious says 1 and 3 in grinding. Yes, sir. Jimmy. What's going on, Jimmy? He says, show love with them likes. Cutting edge content up here. Yes, sir, Jimmy. Appreciate it. Let's get them likes up. Conscious says 4th quad squad. The professor said, ha, facts. Conscious says, I'm thinking Tucker takes the early downs, TD. He could, but Rashad White is game script proof where he's always going to be in the game. He catches passes. They pass to their running backs a lot. Well, I know when Rashad White was in the game with Baker Mayfield, they did. So that's why I'm putting Rashad White before Tucker. I'm not going to be too cute and then Tucker don't get the targets that he needs. B Silver says, if Jefferson is someone to get rid of, what's his return value? A1 for 2. Yes, not right now. Man, it's gonna be hard to get a 1 for 2. You can get a 1 for 2, but you might have to go down too far in the trash can. I don't want you to do that. I would say give him one more good week, and then yes, you could do a 1 for 2, and that's what I'm always doing. Terrence, that fantasy guy, he talks about the same thing. He likes to do 1 for 2. I'm a 1 for 2 guy. Conscious says White will hold same value with upside, of course. Right. King of Nike says just got offered CeeDee Lamb and Bo Nix for JSN and Brian Thomas Jr. JSN, CeeDee Lamb and Bo Nix for J. I have Lundy, Booker, Debo, and Rice. I don't know that you need a quarterback, so I'm gonna say no. If you were desperate for a quarterback, I would say yeah. No, I'm not giving up no JSN. I wouldn't do it. Conscious says I have Ayo, Franklin, and Tucker right now. So yeah, I would play Franklin. I probably would play Franklin or Ayo Manor. Maybe Ayo Manor, because I know he has a better chance for more targets. He doesn't have that much competition. Big Mac says, should I trade Brian Thomas Jr.? No, not right now. I think you just got to hold on to him. Conscious says, Cam Ward is going to start chucking. I hope he does. Dent says, should I trade Justin Jefferson? I don't trust McCarthy. Don't trade him when he's low. You got to hold on to players when they're low. You're not going to get nothing but chopped liver for him. Now, if it was a special chopped liver guy out there, sometimes it's a special chopped liver guy out there. I don't see it. So I wouldn't trade Justin Jefferson right now. I will wait for him to have another boom game. Conscious says 40, 50 likes. Let's go. C.A. Jefferson says, would you trade Woody Marks and Travis Hunter for Debo? No, I would not. I'm not trading Woody Marks for Debo. Woody Marks is going to be a good running back for the rest of the season, as long as he doesn't get hurt. Lifetime says, what do you think about picking up Kendre Miller, banking on Alvin Kamara being traded before the deadline? I love it. I love it. That's a great move. That's a great, fantastic move, Lifetime. Ricky Bobby said, what's good, TD? What's good, Ricky Bobby? Conscious Machine says, just ate the sweetest red pepper I ever grew, TD. Even a bit of spicy to it. Wow. Yes, man. Listen, man, I know you healthy. I know how you always talking about. That's why you conscious. You very conscious. Yes, bro. Bro, we eat red peppers. I had a great uncle that ate onions like it was an apple. He'd cut it in half, peel it a little bit. They eat that sweet onion. How y'all ever ate onions, raw onions with fish, fried, hot, fresh fish, deep fried. Woo! The professor says, should I trade Kamara and Breach for Gibbs? If it's a consolidation, yes. If you're not playing Kamara and Breach, but don't do that trade, and you got to put somebody in that's weaker than Kamara or Breach, because Breach is going to be good right now with Braden Allen injury. Kamara is probably going to get traded. So I'm okay with you doing it if you got all these teams and you got these guys on the bench and you can't get them in and you have to play matchups. I would consolidate and get Gibbs. So I'm going to say, yeah, if you consolidating. Chris Villa, what's up, bruh? The professor says, I have B. John. Okay. Cameron Bracewell says, what up, bro? Should I be worried about Bowers? Who could I trade him for? No, we're gonna hold on to Bowers. That's what I'm saying here on my channel. Bowers is about to break out. I don't want to give up a potential, and this I'm using a metaphor, a potential wife, just because we had a bad week or bad, month or whatever. You don't know. People gonna go through arguments. People are gonna struggle in fantasy sometimes. So you don't want to give up that type of player just because he had a bad week or two. I will hold on to Bowers. Ricky Bobby says, can we drop Trey Benson? No, but if you need to, it's fine. Tom Burton says, trade Scatterboo and Worthy for A.J. Brown and Chase Brown. No, we're keeping Scatterboo and Worthy. Sam says, I got Fields, Saquon, Henry, Nico, and Marvin Harris, Tyler Warren and Genty, but I am 1-3, so should I trade? Because I got a trade set up where I sent Kenneth and DK for Ibuka and Jalen Warren. Kenneth Walker? Yes. If you can send Kenneth Walker and DK, because you got Nico Collins and Marv Harrison, and you getting Ibuka back, I like DK, man, but I think it's a solid trade. Me, I'm okay with you selling Kenneth. I don't feel great about DK. I think he's gonna give you some more boom games, but you're getting Ibuka and you're getting Jalen Warren. I think I'm fine with that. And if that's Kenneth Gainwell, then hell yeah, do that trade immediately. Like, that's easy. But if that's Kenneth Walker, yeah, do it. And you get Ibuka and Jalen Warren. I think it's a good trade if that's what you need to do. Some of y'all, I think y'all just want to trade because you don't like your record. And I'm going to tell you, don't do that. Trade to make it make sense. Don't worry about your record. Don't get desperate. Nobody respects desperate people. And you're not going to get anything back. Conscious says, put it in and pray. Put it in and pray. Guys, it's getting dark out here, so I'm going to try to get through these comments. MVM says Texans D or Rams D. I like the Texans D this week against Baltimore. I'm going to go with the Rams defense, though. I'm going to go with the Rams defense. Lifetime says Kendre Miller before Alvin Kamara gets traded. D. Smitty says, I have only 3 wide receivers on my team and 2 are questionable. If I had to drop one of these running backs to get a wide receiver off the waivers, what running back would you drop? Benson, Montgomery, Marks, Henderson, Rashad White. Benson. Louis says Lamar and Njoku, Jennings, Butte for Purdy, Wandale, and Gainwell. No, sir. Lifetime says 3 Smitty, drop a tight end. Sam said you can scroll up a little bit and let me know what you about my team situation. Lifetime says, Louise, if you have Lamar, hell no. If you have Purdy, hell yeah. Back all your Ethereum with tangible value. Okay. Ed Tay says, like the Oka. What does that mean, Ed Tay? I don't know what that is. That says, should I trade Justin Jefferson? I don't trust McCarthy. I wouldn't trade him right now. I will wait for one more boom game. C.A. Jefferson, start Dak or Jaden Daniels? I would start. I would start Jaden Daniels slightly over Dak. Conscious says Buggy still might play. I heard that, but he's in a boot. Sam says, should I do a trade? That's me giving up Kenneth Walker and DK Metcalf for Emeka Buka and Jalen Warren. Yes, giving up Kenneth Walker, man, I think who could be a trap back. And you get Emeka Buka, who's going to be getting targets. Even though it's going to be more wide receivers on there, I still think he's going to be a solid. But the thing that I don't like about the trade is I think you giving the best player away. I think DK Metcalf can end up being the best player because of Ibuka playing with Godwin and Mike Evans might lower his value a little bit. And DK going to always get value. He has no target competition. So that's what matters. That's what I don't like about the situation. So if you want to do the trade, I think it's fair. I don't think you lose him, but I don't know if I would want to give up DK Metcalf. Chris says sit Chase Brown for White. Yes, if White is the starter and Bucky is out, yes, I would sit Chase Brown for White. Bureau, he says likelihood of Tajay Spears coming back and eating heavy into Pollard's carry is a big yes. He probably gonna do a lot of that because they're gonna go to the younger guy. But is that gonna be good enough to be a starter on your team? Who knows? I don't know if it will be. Lifetime says KC could trade for Alvin Kamara. I know, that's why I love Alvin Kamara. Vert C says, you think I should drop Jake Browning for Dylan Gabriel? I'm down bad. No, let's give Jake Browning one more try. If them the only two players you can play, let's give Jake Browning, man. He got T. Higgins and he got Jamar Chase. It's hard for me to tell you to sit that to go to Dylan Gabriel, and I have never seen him play in a real regular season game. Bureau said, okay, Daddy T says, you taking Ashton Genty or Breach Hall as a RB1? I'm taking Ashton Genty. Okay, and only Cooper Rush. Okay, I would play Cooper Rush, but if you're saying that's the only quarterback you got, I would play Cooper Rush over those guys. I would pay Cooper Rush over those guys. Connie says, I hesitated on Carter. He's just a guy. Bureau says, even Dart would be a better start than those three. I agree. Lifetime says, pick up Kendre Miller before Alvin Kamara is traded. Right. I agree with that. You don't want to leave him out there and where you got to bid on him. Sam says, bro, I got the best bench in my league with Kenneth Walker, DK, Travis Etienne, Caleb Tett. Thank you for that context. So if that's your bench, then yeah, consolidate to go get you a player. Thank you for that context. D. Smitty says, what quarterback would you drop to clear up a spot for a wide receiver? Browning, Rattler, or Gabriel? Probably Browning when I got Rattler and Gabriel. Go stash Shadur too. Jay Moore says, what's good? Just tuning in. Yes, sir, Jay Moore. 2 more likes. Let's go. Yep. Good job, guys. I appreciate the likes. Let's get the likes up. If anybody ain't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. Conscious says assisting the ball carrier was illegal in my high school 1990s. I saw a touchdown overturned. Right. That was illegal. It used to be illegal in the NFL for a while. Frizz, I think I did it. How about Sean Tucker or Michael Carter? I think I did that one already. If I didn't, I apologize. How about Sean Tucker or Michael Carter? I would go with Michael Carter over Sean Tucker because Sean Tucker is backing him up. We need to see it, what they're going to do. I don't believe in Michael Carter as a bell cow, But with Eminem Mercado, with the role he's been playing his whole career, that's always been another back. Sean Tucker, so that lets me know that Michael Carter's going to get a lot of carries, even though Amendola Carlo is there. Sean Tucker, I need to see what they're going to do. Rashad White could get hot, and they might not give Sean Tucker that much. Zach Seaman says start Hollywood Brown or Trey Tucker in the flex. I'm starting Hollywood Brown over Trey Tucker. That's rough. That's a tough start, Zach. Michael White says, should I drop Chubb for Miller? Yes. If that's what you're looking for the future. Matt says trade Chuba for Rashee Rice. My other RBs are JT Marks, Dobbins, Harvey. Man, I don't want to do it, but if you want to do it for later on for the different quadrant for Rashee Rice, yes, I understand. Zach says start CJ Stroud or Jake Browning for second quarterback in Superflex. I'm going with CJ Stroud. Renato says, who should I go? Stafford, Tua, or Darnold? I'm going with Stafford. Michael White says, you don't think Robinson get at least 5 targets tomorrow night? DeMarcus Robinson? I'm not reaching for that. That's just a point. Like, that's like saying I'm just not reaching for that. I'm not playing on DeMarcus Robinson. I can't do it. Zach says start Dak Prescott or Justin Fields. I'm going with Justin Fields with the matchup. Start Darius Slayton or Jordan Addison. I would start Addison slightly. I would start I would start Jordan Addison over Darius Slayton. I like Darius Slayton over Rondell Robinson for bigger plays. Sage says, how do you feel about Rondell Robinson after Malik went down? I like Darius Slayton over Rondell Robinson for the upside. I think he's going to have bigger plays, but Rondell is safer in PPR. Sam's thoughts on the Arizona backfield. I think it's going to be a committee, but I do think they're going to catch passes, and they both can score. They both can score. All right, guys. Well, it's getting dark out here. I don't want to be... TD, I tried to trade Chase for Rice and got denied. Right. Yeah, they don't want... They scared. They scared. What's going on, PB Simmons? Burnt says Devontae and Debo for A-Chain. Yes. Jimmy says, what do you feel about Isaiah Bond? Stash or pass? I'm passing. Yes. Hud said, damn, Judd and Rome and Rice over Jettas. Yes. Ain't nobody, he ain't got no quarterback, bruh. He don't got no quarterback. Coach LB says, think I can trade Love for Harrison Jr.? Yeah, you can trade Love for Harrison Jr. Ball World says, who would you move CMC for in Dynasty, bro? Put that question in the comment section. I don't have any guys. I don't like just answer that on the fly. Because I want to make sure that I go through and look at all the targets. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Y'all guys be safe. Appreciate everybody for being here. I'm gonna do some more videos for the morning for as my second quadrant rankings. I'm gonna let all those positions come out. The Money Mark says, what up, man? Thanks for the advice and half PPR. I trade away Charbonnet and Shakira for Devontae Smith. Should I do it? No. Alex says, just traded ETN, Marks, and Sutton for AJ Brown, CD, and Corum. Just traded ETN, Marks, and Sutton for AJ Brown, CD. I like that you got AJ Brown and CD for the different quadrant for the third quadrant. Yes, sir. Yep, anytime. Anytime. Thank y'all for subbing. Y'all be safe. Peace.